Finding an average swinger and hitter in golf is easy, but find me that golfer who's skilled, talented, handsome enough to get the girls, and super rich with an insane net worth capable of blowing your mind? Well, that's Rickie Fowler. Between 2007 and 2008, Fowler stood at the #1 spot for amateur golfers internationally. Throughout his career, the American pro golfer has had successes in a wide range of tournaments and competitions, including his victory at the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship in 2016, which saw him move up in the official golf rankings to the 4th spot in the world. Aside from his victories on the course, Fowler seems to be living the celebrity life, and that shouldn't come as a surprise, as the athlete is worth over $18 million and is currently in partnership with many big brands. But what's more interesting is how he spends his chunk of cash, and I know you're curious to find out. Keep watching and prepare to be amazed. From humble beginnings, Rickie Fowler was born December 13, 1988 in Murrieta, California, to his parents Rod and Lynn Fowler. Rickie comes from a mixed heritage, and his parents named him after his maternal Japanese grandfather, Yutaka Tanaka, while his maternal grandmother was a Native American. Thus, Fowler has Japanese and Native American heritage. What's more interesting is that the American pro golfer isn't the only athlete in his family. Rickie's dad, Rod Fowler, owns a trucking company and formerly raced for a Yamaha team. In 1986, he won the Baja 1000 dirt bike race, while Rickie's mom, Lynn, won a 24-hour mountain bike race where she competed as part of a 5-woman team in Idlewild, California. You know how athletes tend to look after their children to carry on their legacies? That was exactly what Rod did. And Rickie learned a couple of things about the sport and competed as a youngster. While speaking to PGAtour.com, Rod said everybody was saying he was like my shadow out there. Everywhere I went, Rickie would go. He was just this guy that would jump everything. Rickie soon became an avid motocrosser till something very shocking in high school happened that made him shift his focus to another sport. Golf came calling. Rickie suffered a terrible dirt bike accident in high school, which left him with broken bones in his foot. So he turned to his granddad, who showed him a trick or two. One day he came to me and said, "Dad, I think we need to sell my motorcycle." Frankly, I was a little surprised, but it all makes sense now, explained Rod. Even before the accident, young Rickie had always had a passion for golf since the age of 2, but wasn't ready to devote his time and attention to the game until after the accident. So he began to take to the sport more seriously than before, and ever since, there's been no doubt that he's come a long way and achieved a lot. Lynn believes his bravery and hard work at quite a young age molded him into becoming one of the finest golfers in the world. When young Fowler became mature enough to work, his parents gave him just 2 options: treating golf like a job or getting a real job. I told him he'd have to spend no less than 4 hours a day on golf after school if he wanted it to be his career during high school, said Lynn. Unlike some of his colleagues, Rickie learned to play golf all by himself, which shows that he's quite a talented golfer. His talent was discovered at the Murrieta Valley High School, where he won the SW League Final in his senior year, and subsequently led his team to the 2007 state final. Upon graduation from high school, he attended Oklahoma State University, where he achieved his first collegiate victory at the Fighting Illini Invitational, hosted at the University of Illinois on October 1, 2007. After the Walker Cup in 2009, Rickie turned pro and played the Albertsons Boise Open on the nationwide tour for his pro debut. He finished in 7th place in the PGA Tour debut at the Justin Timberlake Shriners Hospitals for Children Open and emerged 2nd at the Fry.com Open. In September 2009, Fowler signed a multi-year equipment deal with Titleist, and that was just the beginning of his success off the course. Fowler earned his PGA Tour card in 2010, and at the age of 21, he became the youngest Ryder Cup player of all time and cemented the year with a Rookie of the Year award. Following his victory in the Abu Dhabi HSBC Golf Championship, Fowler climbed 4th into the official world golf ranking in January 2016. The 33-year-old became the 3rd player after the game's greatest, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods, to have top 5 finishes in all 4 majors in one calendar year, even though he was the first not to win any. Net worth, earnings, and endorsement deals. His mom gave him 2 options: get a job or practice golf like it is your job. And it's pretty evident he made the right choice. Rickie currently has an estimated net worth of $18 million, and it's evident that the young golfer is living his dream. In 2015, Forbes ranked him as the 7th highest paid golfer, and because of endorsement deals, which amounted to $7.3 million in 2016, he became the highest paid. But due to a succeeding run of lackluster performance, he dropped to the 13th position. While in 2017, he racked up $3.3 million from playing golf alone. The pro golfer supplements his income with the marketing and brand endorsement deals he signed with a few of the biggest companies in their respective industries. After he turned pro in golf, Fowler obtained endorsement deals with Rolex and Titleist. The pro golfer said about his partnership deals, "Yeah, I've got a few. I think there are about 10 or so partnerships. Early on, I signed up with Puma, then Titleist on the balls and clubs." Fowler continued, "A couple of years later, Puma came with Cobra from the parent company of Titleist. But basically, Rolex has been the longest since almost day one." On his partnership with Rolex, he revealed that he's only entitled to discounts and some allowance. Fowler signed a contract with the sportswear giant Puma in 2010. He shot a commercial for Crowne Plaza Hotels with an ad titled, "It's Good to Be Rickie," which put him in the spotlight in 2012. The following year, he was featured in another commercial for the SportsCenter show on ESPN. In 2015, he was chosen as the official ambassador of PGA Junior Golf. 4 years later, he signed a new contract with TaylorMade. Rickie either signed a new contract or renewed an existing one almost every 2 years of his career. What happens when you close more mouth-watering deals? Exactly, you get yourself a cozy place to call home. Rickie's Jupiter Mansion. Rickie Fowler currently lives in a 14,897 square foot, 6-bedroom mansion worth a whopping $14 million. The mansion features 9 bedrooms, an exercise room with a steam shower, a 6-car garage, a sports bar, and not to forget, a games room. The home, which is located in Jupiter, Florida, was designed by architect Roger Jansen and has tons of clean line architecture and an ultra-modern design. There's also a huge pool and a large outdoor kitchen with a fireplace. There are outdoor spaces everywhere, floor-to-ceiling windows to give the PGA Tour pro plenty of water views and a huge pier from which he can launch his boats. A home with a boat deck when he doesn't even own one? Can you believe this guy? It's already established that his 6-car garage mansion can't accommodate all his whips, so where does he get to park the rest? Check out his impressive car collection. Like other athletes, Rickie likes to live life in the fast lane. The pro golfer owns several Mercedes in his garage, including a Mercedes-AMG G63, Mercedes-AMG GLE G63, and a Mercedes-AMG GT. He also has other luxury cars like the Porsche 911 Turbo, worth $180,000, a Porsche GT3 RS, worth $170,000, and a Ferrari 458 Italia, valued at $245,000. Oh, also a Mitsubishi Evo X and a $115,000 Nissan GTR. Aside from a luxury mansion and an impressive car collection, Rickie also has a collection of Rolex watches, one of which is the Platinum Daytona, his favorite and the most expensive. The Platinum Daytona is worth $100,000, but with his partnership with the brand, maybe he got some form of discount. Who knows? His gorgeous wife. They say behind every successful man is a woman, and behind him is his wife. Rickie is married to Allison Stoke, a famous American pole vaulter. The couple, who wedded in October 2019, have a daughter named Maya. Rickie Fowler is a living example that passion and determination are surefire recipes for success. Ultimately, he picked golf over a regular job and never looked back. If you enjoyed this video, you have to click on the video showing on your screen right now, to find out how Ian Poulter lavishes his wealth on insane things. Click it. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you in the next one.